Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Lisa Cotter and today we're reviewing Surfpaints Acrylic Paint Markers. A full disclaimer before we start, I was contacted by Surfpaints and asked if I'd like to give their products a try. I'd not heard of them before, so I went to their website, took a look at the product range and read reviews and looked at what others had actually made with them and decided to give them a try. As with all my reviews, I'll be giving my own honest opinion of them. So let's get started. So as I mentioned, I've not heard of this company before. It's totally new to me. It is an Australian based company. The markers themselves are actually made in Japan. It was founded by Danny Smith. He was actually looking into customizing his own board, and that's how Surfpaints came to be. Though it's called Surfpaints, these can actually be used on a wide range of different surfaces, from paper, canvas, fabric, ceramics, wood, concrete, skateboards, and of course customizing your own surfboards. Now Surfpaints very kindly sent me a voucher to use, and they have an online store, so I visited the website and found it very easy to navigate. And not only does it have the actual online store, but it also has an area where there's guides on actually using the markers on different surfaces and tutorials, which is really handy as well. But it also actually has an ebook for anyone who actually wants to customize their own surfboard, so you can actually sign up and get that free ebook. So I will actually put a link in the description below to their website, so you can actually go and check that out as well. So at the moment they actually have a Black Friday sale, so it's a great time to go and grab a bargain. But also for anyone wanting to purchase anything by Surfpaints, you can actually find my code in the description of this video, and if you put that in there, you actually have a 20% discount on any purchases you make, which is fantastic. So definitely go and grab that. But let's take a look at what I picked. So what I actually chose was a styling kit, and it comes in this beautiful case here. It's sort of like a luggage case, that sort of hard material. It says Surfpaints here, and then it has this really nice sturdy zipper, and it's in black. It has a nice strap so you can carry it this way, and it is very, very sturdy, as you can hear. So let's open it up and take a look inside. So it comes with this. This is actually in the top here, and there's a zipper here, and you can put things in. So it actually came with some things to customize your own surfboard, but I'm sure these things can be used for other crafts and things as well. So it came actually with this foam paintbrush, as well as, oops, sorry about that noise, as well as this sander, which is fantastic because I'll use this on my wood slices, and some steel wool. So they fitted in there really well, but you can put anything in there really. So I'll put these aside, and then I'll just put the zipper back up. And then it has this here. So in this top flap here, it actually has a scraper. So this is to remove wax from a surfboard, but I'm sure you could use that for anything, for painting, cleaning up your palettes, for whatever else you may want. And it also has a pencil, and this actually has a nice elastic strap here so you can pop things in. And then on the other side it has two straps, and it came with some painter's tape. So that's a nice size, which just fits in there. So that's for customizing. And there's 2 straps here, so you can put markers in here if you'd like. And then it's really deep here. So it came with 2 sets of markers. So there's the primary set there and the pastel set. And it also gave me a freebie, Surfpaints Grey. This one is, we'll have a look at this soon. And it came with 2 stickers, which is pretty cool. Also came with this bigger sticker here. As you can see, it's quite big. It actually has all the products that are actually in this pack here, and it has a code here, so you can scan that with your phone, and it will take you to the website where there is actually guides and tutorials. And there's the email support here, as well as their website. And also had this mini surfboard to customize. So this is like a wood material, and it has their surf paints down here, and it's really nice and smooth, so perfect for these paint markers. So I'll put these things back in here, and we'll take a look at the actual markers, because I'm sure that's what you're all interested in. So let's take a look at the markers, shall we? So in my set, I actually got the primary set as well as the pastel set. But let's take a look at this primary set, shall we? I'll put the pastel ones aside for now. And on the front, it says Surfpaints. It has a QR code for you to go and actually go to their website for your guides and tutorials. And it says acrylic water-based markers. This is a 4mm set of markers, but I believe they actually have a 15mm as well. And if we turn that over, it says Surfpaints, and it has the instructions on how to activate your markers, which will activate one soon. Now I won't read all this because I'll actually show you how to activate your own markers. So let's take a look at one of the markers. We'll take a look at this yellow one here. So as you can see, it has this nice bright yellow lid here. It isn't numbered, but it does say Surfpaints, paints for all surfaces. It has a 4mm tip, as you can see here, or nib. I keep calling it tip. And it actually has the colour name here with a barcode, which is fantastic. And again, the instructions. But let's take a look at that nib, shall we? So as you can see, there's the nib there, the 4mm one. I'll just put this up so you can see a bit better. And it's quite a big size one, but I had no problem using them. And with these markers, you can actually remove this nib and turn it over, and there's actually a 1mm, so I'll show you that here. So this is replacement nibs you can actually purchase on their website, and as you can see, there's the bullet one there, and then when you turn them over, there's actually a smaller one there. So, but I won't do that because I don't want to get my fingers all dirty. Now, if I grab the swatch chart, and we'll just take a look, we'll have a look at the other colours soon. But here's the primary set here, and as you can see from that yellow, the lid actually matches the colours pretty well. So with the primary set, it comes with white, yellow, a pink, a red, a blue, a green, a brown and a black. And they're nice vivid colours. They're very opaque. This was just one layer. I didn't have to do 2 layers. They were pretty good and rather easy to activate. Now I'll just put this back in real quickly so I don't mess up here and lose them. And I'll put this just over here and we'll take a look at the pastel set. So this is the pastel set here, and again there's 8 colours here, and the pastel set here has a beige, an orange, an English rose, wisteria, violet, light blue, turquoise and a grey. So out of those 2 sets they're all unique colours, which is fantastic, and again very opaque and lovely colours there. I really like them. So I'll just put that there, and I might show you now how to activate them and show you how easy it is to actually activate them before I talk about the other sets. So I've got a black here that I have not activated. This is one of my doubles, and I thought I'd show you how to activate them. Now if you've activated a Posca pen before, this is very similar to that. So you just shake them. Now I like to shake them with the lid on and the tip down, and it has a ball inside so you can hear that mixing up the paint. And then all you do is you take the tip off and you press down. Now I've heard people like to do it like this, but I just, once you actually see that paint go halfway down, I like to, so if you can see the actual paint sort of halfway there. So I'm actually going to put the lid on again, give it another shake, and as you can see it's pretty much activated. And that was really simple. So for now we'd actually look at how they actually look on black paper before we look at the full range. So this is just some black Fabriano paper, and we'll take a couple out here and to show you how fantastic they are and how opaque they are on them. I'll just put this aside, and we're going to take this turquoise one. Now if you find when you look at the tip and it doesn't look as juicy, my advice is just give it a good shake to get that all juicy again. Or you can take a damp cloth and wipe off that tip. But let's have a look. But look how bright that is. So that there is really nice and bright and opaque, and that is just one layer, and that is really nice and bright there on the black paper. And here we actually have wisteria, and again look at that, it's really bright. Now you can go over this once it's actually dry if you need to. So that's the wisteria, and here's the violet. So if we do it really close, I can semi-show you how to actually mix and blend these slightly. So as you can see, they're close together, and if you're quick, you can actually get them to slightly blend and make sort of like a darker tone there, which is what I've actually been doing with them. But look how bright those colours are on the black paper. They're just fantastic. And as you can see with that, no peeling on that paper at all. So let's take a look at the full range of Surfpaints acrylic paint markers. So there is actually 6 different sets. So there is of course the primary, which I've already showed you, the pastel set, a fluoro set, metallic, and an earth set, and this is their latest release. They also have a black and white set, and as I've mentioned before, they come in a 4mm, nib, as well as a 15mm size marker. But their latest is also a 1mm marker in white or black, and that's very, very tiny, if you can see there, and that's great for fine detail. But that is a new release at the moment. And on top of having all these, they also have the Surfpaints alcohol ink markers. Now, this is only a very small set here, so I'll show you these, and you'll be able to see the swatch chart very soon. There is 6 colours in this set, and these alcohol markers are a brush marker, and as you can see, they're very neutral tone. So there's an aqua blue, a green, and then 4 different greys, and they're really nice, and I've actually been able to create some different artwork using them. So let's take a look at the brush marker, and as you can see, that's what it looks like there, and it isn't too stinky. I found some alcohol markers can have an offensive smell, but it is a 4mm size brush tip, and this is again named pale green grey, but it's a really lovely colours there in that. And we will look at the swatch charts now before showing what I've created. So let's just put that away, and I'll put these aside and take a look at the full swatch chart. So this is the swatch charts here I've made myself. I'll put this one down here for now, but as you can see, I've got the primary set here, which is fantastic. Again, the lids match the colours really well, and then there's the pastels, that's the earth tones there. I really love that set there. And then there's the metallic set, which I'm not sure if you can see how shiny those markers are, but that gold is a really nice gold. They're really nice. And then that's the fluoro set up here, which is nice and bright. I love that aquamarine colour. And that one there is that fine one, which is really good for really tiny details there. I've shown it on the black, and I didn't get the black, so sorry about that. And this is the alcohol markers here, so that's why it sort of bled through, but that's them there. So that is the full range of all their markers. Now, another factor is you can actually purchase open stock. So you can buy open stock of all the acrylic paint markers. I'm not sure about the actual brush markers. I will have to have a look about that. And as I said, you can actually purchase replacement nibs again, which is really fantastic. So let's take a look at what I was able to create with these beautiful markers, because I've had a lot of fun with them. So this is a rather new journal to me. This is the Ohuhu marker journal, and let's take a look here. So first off, I did this page here. Now this one here is meant to be a wave, as you can see. I've got the sun here, and I didn't go for too many colours. I think there was like the light blue, the aquamarine, the blue, and then I did white, as well as the yellow and the orange there for a splash of colour, and white and black for the edge. And it was my first time ever drawing something like this. I was practicing for something else I've actually done. I was really pleased with them. They're very opaque, as I mentioned before, and I had no problem with them. They didn't pile up with doing extra layers, and I really didn't need to do too many layers. So that's that there, and I was really pleased with that. It's my version And then I had a lot of fun playing around with the actual alcohol markers as well as the acrylic paint markers. So I first off did this wave here. I'm not sure if you can tell that it's meant to be a wave, and I had to be really creative in how I went by this, because there is only 6 markers there. So I used the grey first, and then I went over with the sort of the blue grey tone, and then the green tone as well, and I sort of created, it's meant to be a wave going through here, that's the tunnel, and the back here, and the wave coming up more closer to the shore. But I really enjoyed that. And then I used the paint marker to do the water foam here, as well as the clouds and here. And on this one, it was meant to be a wave going up more. And of course I did the white acrylic paint marker here and used those alcohol markers there, and the brush makes it so easy. So I really enjoyed that. Now, it didn't bleed through, which is incredible. Alcohol markers usually bleed through, but it didn't, so that was fantastic. And with that one, it didn't bleed through either. It went a bit wrinkly, but it didn't bleed through. So that was there. And I have been getting more into my wood slice art. So I worked on some wood. I thought I'd test them out. And first off, I did a little wave here. So I used it with this, with just a few colours again, not many colours there. And I really loved how this came. The wave's meant to be going up, and that's the foam. I allowed the wood to show through. And then I did this little yellow flower. I wanted to do something different because I wanted to see if they could layer. Sorry about the glare there. Did they layer over dark colours, because these are rather light colours, and they did. They layered really well. I was able to actually blend that orange in there, as well as blending out the green leaves and stem. So I really enjoyed that. And for this one, I did a patterns. So I wanted to try out all the different colours in that natural set, as well as a few of the other sets, and the white tip. So I was really pleased with that. And then, whoops, they're entwined. I did a little gnome Santa, and I mixed and blended to get the red cheeks on. But look how vivid that red is. It's really incredible. And then I did this one, and that used the metallic gold. I'm not sure if you can see there. It's rather shiny, but it is very, very shiny. It's really nice. And the red. So that was that there. And I then created a surfboard. Now I'm actually going to give this to my husband tomorrow. It's his birthday tomorrow, so I was so proud of this. So the one in the book was actually a practice run, and this was sort of the design I got in my head. So again, I didn't use too many colours. I went for just a few colours here for the wave with the foam up top. I did the sort of beige colour for the background here, and the yellow for the sun. And then here I wanted it sort of like a gradient going down, and so it's like the deeper water going into the shore with that foam there. So I think it really looks attractive. And I know with a lot of surfboards they have that stripe down the middle, and I just loved that. So I sort of used washi tape and stuck it all around and down here, and then I outlined it with white. So I was super proud of that surfboard. I've never customized anything like that before, but I thought it looks brilliant, so I can't wait to make some more. It was so much fun, and look how bright those colors are. They're just so vivid, and I like how I did the gradient. I used to do this with pixel art, so it sort of reminded me of that. So I went along, I knew how I used to do it with pixel art, so I sort of did it with dots, and it sort of gives that gradient so it doesn't look like you've just stopped. But I thought that looked awesome. Now, to make it all shiny, I did get this in the pack as well. I forgot to show this. So this is the Anchor lacquer, and I did 2 sprays. So I did one, left it an hour, and then did another spray, and do this outside. This is a gloss clear finish. It is rather stinky, so do it outside, or where it's well ventilated. I left it for about 2 hours and then did another coat, and it came up really shiny, so it was really nice. But of course I did want it a little bit more shinier, and I used this Montemart gloss acrylic varnish, and I added a little bit to a cup with some water, mixed it up, and did a coat of that, and then left that overnight. So that's how I got all these nice and shiny. But I really love these blues. They're just so vibrant. I love doing waves now. Overall thoughts before I finish my video. I really like the vivid colours in the Surfpaints Acrylic Paint Marker range. They were so nice and bright and vivid and opaque. I liked the fact that the lids actually do match the colours pretty well, which is fantastic. I like the fact that you can also purchase open stock. For me, that's great. If you run out of a marker, you can purchase one, and you not have to buy a full set as well. So that's really good, as well as purchasing those spare nibs. They're really good and handy as well. I like the fact that they can go on a lot of different surfaces. I had a ton of fun using them on these different surfaces here, and I loved those alcohol markers. That brush alcohol markers, that set there was really fantastic. What I'd love to see would be great to have some new unique colors, maybe some paler tones. There was a lot of repeats in the sets, and I feel if they'd added more unique colours, it would have been a little bit better. I'd love to see some smaller nibs as well, and I'd love them to add some more of colours to the alcohol marker set. I'd also love to see a brush nib option for the acrylic paint markers. I think that would be really good as well. But overall, I really feel they are fantastic. I had a lot of fun using them. It's been a fantastic 2 weeks being creative, doing some unique art for me. And I want to say a huge thank you to Surfpaints. And if you've lasted this long in the video, thank you so much from my viewers. I'd love in the new year maybe to make one of these as a tutorial, which would be a lot of fun as well. If you liked this video, why not press like and subscribe, and come back soon for some more reviews and my own artwork and colouring pages. Bye.